Hey everyone, Jeff here from Films at Home, and unfortunately today I've got some pretty rough news when it comes to physical media, Disney, and all of my friends over in Australia. Hey everyone, thanks for calling back to the channel today for this video. A lot of you guys have been sending me the articles, the Facebook posts, the Twitter posts, the different news that's going around on the internet right now about Disney pulling out of the Australian market when it comes to physical media. And I let it sit for a couple of days because I wanted to talk to different people, retailers in Australia, people who I know who work in Australia, people who have knowledge of Disney home entertainment projects, people at Disney itself. And while I still don't have any confirmation 100% from Disney on what's happening, with all the retailers confirming, with all of these other sources that I have confirming, you can pretty much say at this point, for the foreseeable future, there are not going to be any new physical media releases in Australia from Disney or any of its subsidies. So that means that Guardians of the Galaxy 3 will be the last physical media disc released in the Australian market for the foreseeable future. There are no pre-orders for The Little Mermaid, for Elementals, for Indiana Jones. None of that stuff exists because unfortunately it's not coming to you guys. And there are lots of different reasons why, and if you talk to different people, they'll tell you different things. Number one is, of course, they're going to say, we can't make the business case. And that's a hard sell to me, to say you can't make the business case for Australian physical media, because some of the coolest releases of the last couple of years have come out of Australia. Imprint is a great label that's doing incredible work in Australia. Umbrella Entertainment has been doing awesome work. Via Vision has been doing awesome work. They're selling worldwide, but they're also huge in Australia. And you also have retailers like JB Hi-Fi who have consistently been big sellers of physical media, and maybe not huge, but this seems more like a Disney strategic play than simply a business case decision, because if these smaller companies like Umbrella and Via Vision and the Imprint label that they run, like if they can all keep things going and they're profitable, and they are, then Disney doesn't really have a case here. Now, the other reasoning is, I've seen like, oh, well, you can buy it off of Amazon. You can buy stuff, we buy stuff here in the States from like Orbit DVD, Diabolic DVD. There's lots of retailers out there who carry international releases, but it's super expensive to ship stuff into Australia, and the shipping is going to be completely prohibitive. So while, yeah, if you're in Australia, you could still buy from Amazon UK or Amazon US. You could still buy from, Zavi. It's not going to be easy to get the stuff, and you've just put a real dent in physical media collectors' pockets by making them pay all those extra shipping costs. It can take forever to get to them. It's going to be a massive, massive headache to get Disney titles in Australia. So this is really the continuation of a kind of disturbing trend that's been primarily Disney focused, and that is, they pulled out of Asia a while back. Now they only sell discs to Japan. Recently, within the last month, they announced that they were closing the Disney Movie Club to Canadian customers. So all of you in Canada do not have access to Disney Movie Club. You'll lose all those exclusives. And, now Australia, New Zealand, that entire market has been essentially wiped out. And so I don't know what the plan is. I'm really hopeful that there's some sort of licensing play here, which is maybe why Disney hasn't come out confirmed or denied. Maybe there's going to be a hiccup where a few new releases aren't going to make it to Australia while they work out some new licensing. There's other places they could manufacture discs over that way. Places like Umbrella use these other locations that would be cheaper. I don't know. I'm hoping that there's something else brewing, but for the foreseeable future, Australia is out. Canada, Disney Movie Club, you're going to be out. I mean, it's really getting down to the point where it's like North America and Europe, that's going to be it. And even in Europe, as you guys know over there, not every country is treated equally. Like, I think it's fairly easy to get stuff in the UK from Disney and maybe in some of the larger countries, but it's not great coverage for all of Europe. And it's The same with Australia now. It's going to be terrible coverage. You know, a lot of people over there don't have great bandwidth on their internet. Streaming is just not a super viable option unless you live near one of the cities. A lot of people still rely on physical media in Australia, which is why companies like Umbrella and ViaVision and the imprint, like this is why they've done well. This is why they've sold so much and been able to do so much, because it's still widely celebrated in Australia. So it's just a really confusing move by Disney to, you know, pick that market. I mean, I get it. Is it the most remote place to ship stuff to? I mean, yeah, it's probably the hardest place to ship stuff to. Australia is out on its own, middle of the ocean, but that's a pretty large country. There's lots of physical media fans there. I know lots of you have been concerned, and unfortunately, as far as I can tell you right now, you're just not getting physical media anymore from Disney, and that really, really sucks. So hopefully some news will come out in the next couple of weeks, months, maybe even days. But, you know, it's just not looking really good right now. Australia cut out, Canada losing a big part of Disney's physical media home entertainment catalog. You know, I'm really thankful that I still have access here in North America, but I know that this is not cool for the rest of the world. And I think if you're over in Australia, like, you really need to make your voices heard, and any creators who are over there, like, you know, need to speak up and talk about this. And I know there's already been a lot of talk, but that's the only way anything would change. And hopefully they can come to some licensing agreements, and hopefully somebody else can step up and help these titles continue to get out to this market. But it is really, really shitty news right now for Australians, and I get that. Now, luckily, you have these great boutique labels. You have lots of great support over in Australia for physical media. You still have access to Universal and Warner Brothers and Lionsgate and all these other, you know, studios that aren't cutting you off. But Disney's a big one. Losing the Disney, Fox, Touchstone, losing all of those catalogs, that really sucks. So I feel your pain. I think this is terrible. Even though it doesn't affect me personally, it obviously affects people in the community. And I really do hope that they solve this somehow so that you guys can watch Indiana Jones in the best quality. I would hate for you not to have that opportunity. So thanks for watching. If you want to make sure you're updated on all the latest news like this, make sure you subscribe here to the channel for all the latest in physical media. Like this video so we can spread the word. I think other people in Australia who maybe don't follow me, or maybe don't collect physical media, you know, necessarily like religiously like we do, and collect pretty heavily, this still affects them not being able to buy a Disney DVD for your kids even, or a Blu-ray, you know, never mind 4K. That's crazy. That seems like something that should be available to every modern society. So it's crazy that that's not going to be an option anymore. So spread the word, like this video, share this video, and, you know, hopefully I'll have an update for you guys with positive news, but otherwise I'll keep you posted. So make sure you're subscribed here. You can follow me on social media too. All those links will be right here in this QR code. You can scan that. If you're watching on a TV, it'll bring you to all my links, and hope for good news. But for right now, it really sucks. So thank you guys for watching. Hope you have a great rest of your day. Hopefully it gets better for all of you in Australia. Stay safe, stay healthy out there, and I'll talk to you soon.